You reading first,
Okay,
and I follow your
Okay.
presentation.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you very much for coming tonight.
Thank you very much for coming tonight.
I promise you that the time we spend together will be very valuable.
I promise you that time we spend together will be very valuable.
How many people here would like to double their income?
How many people here would like to double their income?
If I can show you how, will you give it a try?
If I can show you how, will you give it a try?
I'm going to show you today how to double your income.
I'm going to show you today how to double your income.
I'm going to show you how everyone doubles their income, and it begins with changing the way you think.
I'm going to show you how everyone double their income, and it begins with change the way you think.
The starting point of doubling your income is very simple.
The starting point of doubling your income is very simple.
Is to make a decision to double your income and to set it as a goal.
It's make a decision to double your income and set it as a goal.
If you do that, everything else changes for you.
If you do that, everything else changes for you.
Now I have some good news.
Now I have some good news.
The good news is that we're living in the very best time in all of human history.
The good news is that we are living in the very best time in all of human history.
South Korea has become a role model for the rest of the world.
South Korea has become a role model for the rest of the world.
South Korea is talked about all over the world as a model for what is possible in any countries, and I'm so honored to be with you.
South Korea is talked about. South Korea is talked about all over the world as a model
For what is possible.
for what is possible in any countries, and I'm so honored to be with you.
It should be honored.
Honored,
Honor ED. I think there's
honored
to be with ED.
honored to be with you.
I thank you very much for inviting me to come.
I thank you very much for inviting me to come.
We have now entered into the 21st century, and many things have changed.
We have now We have now entered into the 21st century, and many things have changed.
This one, 21st
21st
century.
21st century, and many things have changed.
ST.
21st.
21st. So anytime you say Seiki or Naruja,
Yeah.
first. So it's August 23rd.
23rd.
23 and 23rd.
21st.
21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah. 21st century, and many things have changed.
Okay. Maybe you can read like that. I can read upside down.
Yeah.
Easier. One of the most important things that have changed is that we have left the world of physical work and we've moved into the world of mental work.
One of the most important things that have changed is that we have left the world of physical work and we moved into the world of mental work.
Okay. All your success is going to be determined by how well you think.
Where your success is going to be determined by how will you think. Determined means
Decided.
Decided.
A little bit hard word translating. I think
decide, yeah, like
deciding,
yeah. Determined, yeah, right.
The most effective thinkers are the ones who will control the future, and you are among the top 10% of the people in our society.
The most effective thinkers are the ones ones who will control the future, and you are among the top 10% of the people in our society.
How do I know that? It's because you're here.
How do I know that? It's because you're here.
It's always the top 10% of the people who come to this program.
It's always the top 10% of the people who come to this program.
It's always the people who have a wonderful future who come to this program.
It's always the people who have a wonderful future who come to this program.
I know because I've spoken to you and to other people like this for more than 20 years, and it's always the best people.
I know because I've spoken to you and to other people like this for more than 20 years, and it's always the best people.
So that is why I say own the future. If you decide to own the future,
So that is why I say you want the future. If you decide to want the future,
own,
own,
like unda, own, saying
own
the future.
own the future.
Like, it sounds like unda, own.
Yeah,
Own the future. Same pronunciation
Yeah.
as Korean. Okay. Makes sense? The 21st century is going to be the best time in all of human history.
The 21st century is going to be the best time in all of human history.
Here in South Korea, there are going to be more opportunities and more possibilities than ever in the history of this country.
Here in South Korea, there's going to be more opportunity and more possibilities than ever in the history of his country.
Going back to 23, a little bit hard. Going back to 33 years before Christ, when the Hermit Kingdom was originally founded. So, a little bit awkward, but it's okay. Going back to 23 before Christ, when the Hermit Kingdom was originally founded.
Going back to 133.
Yeah, this is a little bit hectic. I can rewrite again, but a little bit. Don't worry, I can write a different way.
23 or 33 years.
2023, 33. I said 2333 BC.
Yeah.
2333 BC.
Yeah.
Going back to 2333 BC, when the Hermit Kingdom was originally founded. So,
Yeah. Going back to 2333 BC, when the Hermit Kingdom was originally founded.
There will never be more opportunities in South Korea than now. Expect for tomorrow and the next day and for the rest of your lives.
There will never be more opportunities in South Korea than now. Expect for tomorrow and the next day and for the rest of your lives.
This is a wonderful time to be alive.
This is a wonderful time to be alive.
This is the best time in history for us to be alive.
This is the best time in history for us to be alive.
Now, I've spoken in 25 countries. I've traveled in 90 countries.
Now, I've spoken in 25 countries. I have traveled in 90 countries.
I have learned different languages, not Korean.
I have learned different languages, not Korean.
But I've learned different languages so that I could understand their culture.
But I've learned different languages so that I could understand their cultures.
When I was in my 30s, I went to university and took a business degree.
When I was in my
30s,
I went to university and I took a business degree.
I spent thousands of hours studying. I read thousands of books.
I spent thousands of hours of studying. I read thousands of books.
I read hundreds of thousands of articles, and I could come to some ideas about why some people are more successful than others.
I read hundreds of thousands of articles and I come to some ideas about why some people are more successful than others.
And I'm going to share those with you in the time that we have together.
I'm going to share those with you in the time that we have together.
So I have a question for you.
So I have a question for you.
Who is the most important person in this room?
Who is the most important person in this room?
Exactly. You are the most important person in this room.
Exactly, you are the most important person in this room.
You are the
Very good
most
sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the most important person in your world.
You are the most important person in your world.
And here you are, the most important person in your own world. And here's what I discovered, and it changed my life.
And here you are the most important person in your own world. And here's what discovered, and it changed my life.
I discovered that how important you think you are determines about almost anything that happens to you.
I discovered that how important to you think you're determines almost everything that happens to you.
Okay. If you think that you are an important person, you like yourself more.
If you think that you're an important person, you like yourself more.
If you like yourself more, you set bigger goals for yourself.
If you like yourself more, you set bigger goals for yourself.
If you like yourself more, you set higher standards for yourself. You persist longer.
If
Anyway,
you like yourself more, you set higher standards for yourself. You
persist.
persist. I don't know persist.
Persist is kind of like fighting. Like persist is like kind of that you fighting, like go saying. So like
Persist longer.
Kate, you know persist.
Persist
Persist
means
in Korean. I think like overcome, fighting.
overcome. Yeah, right.
Like, see if I can. I want to find it. I'll read the next one.
Yeah, persist longer. Yeah,
Persist longer.
persist longer.
The more you like yourself, the more you like other people. The more you like other people, the more they like you and want to be in business with you.
The more you like yourself, the more you like other people. The more you like other people, the more they like you and want to be in business with you. persist.
지적하게 고집스러운
계속되다.
Yeah, persist. 계속,
계속되다.
kind of 계속, like
계속되다.
계속 fighting. Yeah, like 계속
계속되다. Other
continue.
continue.
Not give up. 포기하지 않는 거.
right.
계속 고집하는 거.
Yeah, right.
Don't give up. Yeah. 포기하지 않는 거. 계속.
Yeah.
Don't.
In Korea 지속하다.
지속.
계속하다. Continue. Same. More 5 minutes. The more.
So yeah, the more important you feel you are, the more valuable you feel you are. The better is your health, and the better is your family.
The more important you feel you are, the more
the more valuable you feel.
the more valuable you feel you are. The best is your health and the better is your family.
So I think this one maybe is no. That sounds a little awkward.
I want to and
this one is a little awkward though. I think in English. The more important you feel you are, the more valuable you feel you are. The better your health and the better your family is.
Important sentence.
I feel like this should be here is. I feel like, can I read one more time?
Yeah.
The more important you feel you are, the more valuable you feel you are. The better your health and the better your family is or will be.
Your family is.
Or will be.
Yeah. The more important you feel you are, the more valuable you feel you are. The better your health and the better your family is.
Here's what we discovered.
Here's what we discovered.
Parents who like themselves raise children who like themselves.
Parents who like themselves raise children who like themselves.
Parents who like themselves raise children who have high levels of self-confidence.
Parents who like themselves raise children who have high levels of self-confidence.
They're all willing to take on every challenge to be successful.
They are all willing. They are all willing to take on every change to be successful.
So this one too, just be they're all.
They are
willing.
They are willing to take on every change to be successful.
The most wonderful thing you can do for your spouse and for your children is to like yourself.
The most wonderful thing you can do for your spouse and for your children is to like yourself
And consider
yourself to be a valuable person.
So I want you to say these words for me.
So
I want you to say these words. I like myself.
yeah. So I want you to say these words for me. I want you to say these words. I like myself.
So here you should have a little pause. So
Yeah,
I want you
yeah.
to say the words for me. I want you to say these words. I like myself. 천천히 you should
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah. Slowly.
Slowly.
So I want you to say these words for me. I want you to say these words. I like myself.
From now on, whenever you think of any difficulty, you simply say, I like myself.
From now on, whenever you think of any difficulty, you simply say, I like myself.
When I was a young man, and I learned that self-esteem was very low,
When I was a young man and I learned this, my self-esteem was very low.
and your self-esteem is very much like a tie with a slow tip. Sorry. And your self-esteem is very much like a tire with a slow leak.
Leak.
Leak is a nusu.
Nusu?
Nusu.
Nusu.
But kongi nusu. Tire leaking tire.
And your self-esteem is very much like a tire with a slow leak.
It starts to go flat whenever you go out to build your business or build your life.
I started to go flat whenever you go out to build your business or build your life.
So you have to keep pumping it up.
So you have to keep pumping it up.
I like myself. 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 I like myself.
I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's it.
You good?
Thank you.
I like your